are now tuned in to KULM, the Hawkeye Live News. News for students, by students.
Hello Warhawk Nation, and thank you for tuning in to the Hawkeye Live. I'm Tim Russell.
And I'm Jared Keller.
Our first story is on SOPA and PIPA. Student-friendly websites like Wikipedia recently shut down for an entire day to help raise awareness on these acts. We recently went out to the campus to get students' opinion of these acts.
PIPA and SOPA, very important issues right now, but how do most students feel about these acts? Eddie Feldman expresses how he feels about the acts.
I don't really think it's fair because no matter what you do, there's always going to be people out there that's going to pirate it.
Tangelin Overton does not agree with the acts and feels they handicap young college students.
As a college student, if you don't know how to do something, you YouTube it, and that's like the best site ever.
Dr. Bowers, mass comm theory teacher, weighs in on the acts.
No, I don't think the government is trying to censor. I mean, President Obama has come out against it in the first place. But I think that the telecom industry, while it may not be, while its paramount concern may not be censorship, it may not even be thinking about censorship, I think censorship is the really important fallout from something else that the telecom industry is trying to control, namely ownership, propriety.
With SOPA and PIPA acts being tabled indefinitely, the government has taken heed to public outcry, and many hope that these issues do not resurface.
The Louisiana legislature recently made budget cuts to higher education to the sum of $50 million. ULM took a cut of $1.8 million. In a sit-down interview with President Nick Bruno, he talks about the budget cuts and eases the fears of students who might be worried about their future.
With so many millions of dollars in budget cuts, one may worry that the higher learning experience may be in jeopardy. ULM President Nick Bruno weighs in on the issue of budget cuts.
We reduced some positions that were vacant. I think they were in the neighborhood of $400,000 or $500,000. Those numbers were quoted fairly in the original article. We also experienced some savings from energy conservation that have been going on, ongoing efforts by physical plants to save energy and so forth.
President Bruno feels that despite the budget cuts, the school appropriated funds in the best interest of the students.
I think under the circumstances, being the middle of the year, the opportunity not to have to impact programs or personnel at that point is a win.
Although he does not know what the cuts will be, President Bruno explains that there will be more budget cuts.
At this point in time, we're really not sure what to expect for next fiscal year, but we do anticipate there'll be some additional reductions.
President Bruno offers a few words of comfort for ULM students.
I think that students should focus on their grades. They should focus on their programs. Anything we do will certainly, the students' impact on them will be significantly weighed in our decisions.
President Bruno assures all students that the quality of education will not be changed or forsaken due to the budget cuts, and encourages all students to go out and spread the good word for ULM. This is Jared Keller reporting for KULM Hawkeye Live News.
Now for Spotlight. Every week we will sit down with a ULM student and discover what their ULM is.
Hello, my name is Robert Gerard Brown. I am a CIS major at ULM, and I take pictures. My craft is your memories.
Alright, what is your major?
Computer information systems.
And other than school, what organizations are you in?
Right now, I'm involved with Circle K International. It's a community service organization where I am PR. Then I'm part of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Is it hard balancing school, organizations, and your photography business?
Yeah, I would have to say yes. Usually, if I'm not taking pictures, looking over notes for class, doing homework, or community service, or helping out with my fraternity, I rarely make time for myself to just enjoy TV or anything. These new Comcast boxes that everybody's getting, I never even really looked into it.
Can you tell me a little bit more about RJB photography?
It started back in high school. I had just started getting into photography. Ever since I was a young kid, been the photographer in the family. That's my mom. There's different events we would just go to, and I always have the camera. And once I got to my last year in high school, I was on the yearbook staff. And got on yearbook staff, I took pretty much 90% of the photos in there. And I realized I really had a craft at it.
What other events do you have coming up right now with RJB Photography?
Right now, I'm currently in the process of working on throwing a fashion show with my fraternity. It's going to be a great event. I'm not going to go into details, but once everything comes together and everything is settled, y'all just look out for that. And also, I'm also doing Valentine's Day pictures for any couples out there who are seeking that type of thing. And just my everyday shooting, you know, different private events that I get calls from. Simple, just staying busy, always shooting.
Well, Warhawk Nation, that's it for this edition of the Hawkeye Live. Once again, I'm Tim Russell.
And I'm Jared Keller.
Saying we will see you next week.
The Hawkeye Live is a production of ULM Mass Communications Department.